I'd love to bring up now Representative Geraldo.
All right. Good morning, and thank you all so much for having me here today. It's truly my pleasure to be here with people on the right side of history and fighting the good fight. I am Representative Geraldo from the great and resilient city of Central Falls, the sponsor of H5720, a bill aimed at increasing the amount of medical leave granted. And I am an all-out advocate for paid leave for all. I want to thank the organizers, my colleagues in government, the wonderful congressmen that we have here, my fellow speakers. Also want to say that I see some of my friends in the General Assembly are here, and want to recognize Rep. Kazar, who is not only a huge advocate for extending TCI benefits and paid leave, but also a great friend who I can turn to for advice. And also Rep. Morales, who's also a great friend, and someone who I'm able to make jokes with on the House floor. I fight for paid leave as a parent, as a son, as a husband, and just as a human being that believes in dignity and that no one should have to risk losing their job to care for a loved one. Or when they want to follow sound medical guidance that states that 12 weeks off from work for a parent to care for a new child reduces infant mortality rates, improves breastfeeding rates and duration, and increases the likelihood that infants receive preventative medical care and immunizations. To me, this alone should be reason enough. And it all hits home for me. For those of you who may not know, in October of 2020, my wife and I welcomed our second daughter, Catalina, into the world. But she came 2.5 months early. This meant that even though my wife and I were overjoyed about our beautiful baby joining us, our lives were going to be flipped upside down. We spent several weeks of long days and long nights in the NICU waiting for her to grow strong enough to leave the hospital. And each day we prayed for progress and the strength to overcome the occasional setbacks that often occur. It was an emotional roller coaster that took priority over anything else that was happening in our lives or in the world. But thankfully, right before Christmas last year, Catalina was able to come home healthy and happy. Now, thankfully, I have a really great employer that provided me the flexibility and the leeway needed to deal with the most traumatic experience of my life. But this is the exact type of scenario where paid leave for all comes into play. And I also recognize that many other parents in the same exact hospital, in the same NICU unit, were having to choose between being there for their growing newborn child and possible termination for not returning to work, or taking a leave without secured income. In fact, there are parents right now at the hospital in that NICU unit having to make those excruciating decisions today. This is a situation that no American should be in, and that's why I support paid leave for all. Thank you.